We just had to put up with it because all the studies before, all of the stuff before, it's just clear. You know, it's all, and all the people before, you got to realize, none of our people get to the finish line hardly. If they do, they so bogged down they can't hardly move. They don't get to the finish line. Whether it's Muhammad Ali, whether it's Jack Johnson, whatever, you know. And remember, all the stuff we talked about using, we used it, just like we said we was. But Boss Man is basically, at this period, he is really crazy because his empire is falling apart and he's not doing anything about it. He's just not doing nothing about it. And the Chinese is coming up, and everybody doing what they want to do. We might try to encourage the Chinese to be more humane. You know, remember when you was on the way up, remember, you know, don't forget everybody, don't turn like Boss Man. If you do, you'll just be around a few weeks longer than him. You know, go ahead. If you're going to be so bad, go ahead. Loan everybody money and charge them 10 times, charge them interest, do what you want to do. You know, that's all we can do is advise. Okay, the people, there are people that know who we are and always, and have for a long time. If you look at the cycles, where are people that's been ignoring us for I don't know how long? And they build Negroes a spot right out there, a few blocks from here. And you can tell they did it because it's filled up with, you know what I mean, the stuff that Negroes ain't got. It's just, you walk in there, what's the name, took me by, and I just said, oh, that's nice, which it is, it's fine. But I know who did it, ain't none of our Negroes got no loan to do that. They don't do that. Look, I don't care what nobody say. I can see, I've been around too long and I can see what they put up. They put that up so everybody would stop coming here, right? And the people over there thought that I might get mad. I didn't say that. You can ask some of the people. I said, if y'all need books, if y'all need this, come on by and get it. Okay, so, but now elections are coming up in the country too. What does it look like? Probably whoever we win is probably closer on our side. Probably, because the ones that's doing what they was doing and all them nickeling, they didn't even want to hear what we had to say. Black Lives Matter, they look so innocent. I said, y'all is crazy. I mean, y'all remember me talking about this. That ain't no black lives. They look so innocent. I said, they ain't no hell. I go out there every day. That's the, you know, and it come out just the way what we said. You know, okay. So far, so good. We've acted in a semi-Quranic, semi-Hadith way. So we're in a hopefully semi, you know, like it's a possibility that things might come out. So far, they came out exactly the way we forecast ever since we've been here. Whether it's Equan, whether it's the voting things, this stuff has been happening all the time. And what we told the people, it's not saying I told you so, but in a way, and we haven't made, well, the enemies we always had them. What I mean is we haven't talked about nobody like they needed to be talked about, because when Boss Man fall apart, we're going to need, just like Geronimo said on the train, wherever we're going to need each other. You know what I mean? So whatever's coming up, artificial intelligence, and these crackers and Chinamen, they get their part too. They just going headlong. They're worse than Columbus's time. Instead of staying over there and fix what you got first, then go look for something else, right? Then when you get there, you carrying a fixed package. Well, they come over here, wiped out the people, same thing they did. You may not believe in Mexico and Central America, you think they wiped out Indians here? They knocked out 20 million people. See, it was more populated, the weather's better, more greenery. Here, just the grass, stuff growing, but down there, it's full of everything. And that's why the pyramids, all those big, that stuff was down there. And the poor Incas, those guys.
Cortez.
No, Cortez is Mexico.
Mexico, right.
Pizarro is Peru.
Right.
Pizarro. They were and you ought to see some of the artifacts. They had skulls that had perfect circles in them. That mean they was doing brain surgery on people.
Right.
Then.
Right.
And they showed the tools they're doing brain surgery on people. Then. That mean their medicine was at the point that they could know, well, it's here, this. You know what I mean? They wasn't doing that in Europe, maybe 500 years later. 500 years later. Okay. They stole so much gold, and that was their problem in Peru. They had all that gold. The Spanish galleons sunk in the harbor in Lima. They loaded them up with so much gold. Okay. The point is, transition. They should have fixed Europe first, right? Europe and Asia before they come over here.
Right.
So what did? They came over here and they effed everything up just like they had it back there. Now they're getting ready to go out into space. Hey, they ought to stay here and fix up. Wherever they're going out there, it's going to take so long to get there, you know what I mean, that it don't make no difference. For us, it'll take tons of years. But the point is that this is that global transition. This is it. We either fix this up now, or it goes past the point of no return. That's why we would say we need $100 million to start with, because we want to help. We want to have influence. And if the world, see, here's the thing. It's not that we're trying to be special, but the world does not see a Negro with any class, with any like real. They see Sharptons and Jesse Jackson. They see them, and they get a feeling. You can taste what they're up to, right? They haven't seen Negroes with real honor, gallantry, dignity, ethics. They don't see it. Okay. So if they don't see it, that makes us more valuable. That's why we need certain amounts of money, and that's to get started with. I guess everybody, and I'll close, I guess everybody has seen homelessness in LA, homelessness in California, homelessness all over. They even got homelessness in these cold states, up in New Sumter. But the people is running this. Just keep it on driving, bash on it, and speed up. So we look at it as an honor and a privilege, and thank a lot of you. That number one, we've had a chance to get as far as we are, and we never violated any principle to get here either. We never got mad at nobody. None of that stuff. That's what it's going to take. It takes human understanding. If you think this was something, just imagine where we're going now. And we go in there no matter whether anybody like it or not, because they ain't gonna slow down on this artificial intelligence and nothing else. And they're not gonna fix anything. Here's the old president, I'm gonna stop talking in a minute as soon as I can. Don't even the Mexican border now is worse than it was. Right, everything, it don't make no difference. This talk with Iran, the poor brothers, I'm not saying they deserve it, but they gotta stop. Finally, they will eventually, after maybe 2 or 3 more times, stop trusting boss man. Stop trusting boss man. You can't, it don't work. It ain't never worked. It ain't never worked. Just cause we told them, maybe they'll get the idea. With Allah's help, they will. Are there any questions or comments?
Yeah, brother asked a question over here on Facebook about current events, talking about empires and stuff. What do you think of the statement by Biden that Putin was a killer when just weeks ago Biden ordered an attack in Syria on so-called people tied to Iran firing missiles on American troops in Iraq? Does that make him a killer as well?
Does that make Biden a killer?
Yeah, Biden a killer.
Personally, I don't care nothing about Biden, Putin, or none of them. They're all in the same club. Right? I mean, they're not, they have sold their souls to the devil. Their own personal devil. The Russian devil. They got all kinds, they got nigger devils, they got white folks devils. And each one makes an old Kamala, she's in on it. Look, the world needs, I don't want to say it like this, but the world needs us and people like us. The people like us, you never hear from them. All you hear is crackpots. But as we get to moving around, all those people that are like us, they're going to come out. That's what's getting ready to happen right now. There's a few. Don't think we slid up here by ourselves. I'm sorry. I'd like to say, yeah, I'm a bad nigga, and I did all that. No. When it talks about way back when, I knew then that if they're doing this now, can't nobody be around me, right? Nobody can't be around me and go nowhere, because that's the game they playing. They playing with their children, you're playing with your friends. That means all the friends I have, they're gonna work on them and slowly but surely, including family. That's why I told my sons, whatever y'all might have done, it's no problem. In fact, I hit it to them some years ago. Y'all might as well get in with boss man. You're just not gonna, if you're not in this with me, you're not gonna have any fun. You're not gonna have anything. They would wait till they just get their little thing off the ground over and over again, and back to jail they go. But the white man saved their life. I made cookbooks about that. They saved their life. You could ask them, they don't have any friends from the old days. All of them got killed. The Negro murder rate and all that for kids. The point is this. We feel the opportunity to do something for the cause of Allah, for the purpose of humanity, and we're going to give it a try. Just because nobody else wants to do it, that's okay. You do what you want to do. We do it, right? Look, we're going to make that attempt. And if it's, I don't know if you read some of the old articles 20 years ago, if it's Don Quixote-ish, like fighting windmills, so what? What else you going to do? Go get a house, go get some money? The last thing I'm going to say is, thank God that I got through that early, that I didn't have, the money don't have no, not no influence, it don't have no real influence. And hardly nobody gets that opportunity because everybody believes that that's the one. They believe honor, respect, love, all that comes from money. If you have enough money, you can get any girl you want. If you have enough money, you can get any house you want. If you have enough money, you can, that's the way they look at it. That's the biggest myth. Well then why ain't everybody that's got all them things happy? They left something back there that they should have brought along with them, and they left it the very thing that would have made them happy, right? To get that thing that have never produced happiness, just don't produce it. I don't care whether the king's presidents, don't produce it. That's, to me, man, you talk about a lesson. By the time I was 25, 26, that was a lesson. I appreciate that lesson. I appreciate getting big money right away. Now I don't have to worry about it. So money, you have some, you don't. It don't make no difference. Anyway, thank y'all very much. I hope I answered the brother's question out of this.
Yeah, you did. I think you did.
Okay. Yeah, because Putin, well, those guys are the same. They just one speaks Russian, other speaks English. It's all. They're the same people. They're the same people. They're the same. Biden is not a nice man. A nice old, my son, he died of cancer. That's fine. But he just used it as a hustle. You know what I mean? It's a hustle. It's a hustle that makes people cry over, make them think he's a good guy. If he's a good guy, why the hell are you killing everybody? They was in, all of them was in on all that stuff they doing, they all in on it. And Kamala, she's worse than they are, because she's darker than they are, so she got to pay a bigger price to get anywhere. And all the Negro is slow. The girls got it, the Negroes got it. She's gonna be the next president. Yeah, well, you better duck, nigga. She get in there, you better duck and stay at the house and do something, right? Because she got to pay her dues. She got to pay. You're going to be the president. You can't do nothing like Obama. Right. During Obama's time, you had to hide because you was being in trouble. Right? Hey, man. That's really the people like us and that hope like us and dream like us. They're going to make it. They're going to make it good. And we have hopes that we do. We're going to just do what we can. We don't care what other people do. We just don't care. If they don't want to go, okay, don't go. Well, we just go. They don't know what happiness is. Happiness is headed in a good direction. You don't even have to get there. You know, that's the thing that don't nobody, you can get to the goal of the big money and you looking around feeling stupid. It's a stupid feeling. Just imagine when you get everything on the list, right, and you're not happy. Yeah. That's why people go crazy. That's why they're crazy. Why? Because they said, I must have not gotten enough. So, $10 billion, right? 40 million is not enough. The guy down the street got 80, and he's still pushing, right? It's insane, but the people don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an illness, man.
Hey, man, it's a sickness, and you can't, it's something in the body that can't be filled because you're trying to fill up something spiritual, a spiritual space with physical stuff. It don't work. And they die without ever, committing suicide, running around in circles, taking dope, and just miserable. The richer you are in general, the more miserable you are. Yeah, that's one of the general rules, especially if you get rich quick. Whew. Okay, any more questions?
Nah, that was everything.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
That
What
everything?
time is it up there?